Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is completely different. Well, sort of different. It's one of those little, face to camera videos, of course, talk about normal stuff, regular life, which I haven't done for a long time, probably since for nearly 2 years, I think, maybe. Anyway, I'm talking about summer 2018. Summer 2018, excuse the pronunciation. I'm talking about 3 events that have been going on over the course of July, very much July, very much Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Some people, maybe 2 people might know what would it be. 2 people, mainly my subscribers, would probably know what it would be, of course, and I'll just talk about them right now. So Friday, start Friday, of course. Went to 2 of my mates from university, Will and Dogo, to Paul's Fell, which was high in the hills somewhere, because I live in the Lake District, I do, and it was pretty much an interesting experience. Lovely weather, of course, very sort of hot weather. I mean, July 2018 was actually kind of bob on with winter weather. And we went up to this top of the hills where basically a reservoir is, and it was quite a popular place because I think a lot of people found there a lot. So we went up these lots of hills, treacherous pathways, a little pathway that was meant to be filled with adders, but there wasn't, and went up to basically this little balcony type bit, and overlooking it was a big huge reservoir, of course. And after we went to over the hills very much, and around there was like a small reservoir, I think, or like little where the reservoir leaves into rivers to the. It was basically where the lake gets. It's like its water supplies a little bit, or some of its water supplies. And it was pretty interesting. It was a nice little place. No one was there. It was completely empty, just the 3 of us. Old boathouse and little pier and everything. Lovely weather, of course, and quite good. I mean, we ended up in the reservoir. I saw when leg deep. I did. I didn't really want to swim very much. Well, not really, because I think just play it safe. I think. Dogo, of course, started swimming in his underwear. Well, he didn't originally wanted to go in first. However, I sort of splashed him like this very choppy wave of water came onto him, and he started freezing. I'm fucking freezing, and all that sort of stuff. It's like it was just hilarious, and now, it was just hilarious. It was, Will, for some apparent reason, had his underwear, or had his swimmer his swimmer over his underwear. Never seen the man do that before. It's a fucking bad idea. Don't know what was going on with him then. But it was really a really good time. It was. Afterwards, we walked back down the hills everywhere. How nice, come through a few fields, very sheep now and again. Pretty good. Walking around, little back roads, of course, towards Boston. Went back to Douglas Place, of course, in Boston. Little cottage, I think he had. Well, which he has, still lives there. And he cooked made this nice little I don't know what you call it, it's a little mishmash of things, a bit of ham, a bit of old pasta, of course. When I say old pasta, I mean just pasta out of old plastic. Little bowl, I think that was made or eaten maybe the day before, something like that, and just cooked up, we just prepped up that and had a few Peronis and watched the highlights of the football, which leads into Saturday. But before that, of course, met his father, the retired headmaster. He was talking to us about he went to a motorcycle show quite recently, maybe a few days ago or something like that. It was one of his triumphs, and so he had a good time. Afterwards, he went off and realised that he was going to go a bit of shopping, here there. We, of course, football highlights. Will was on the floor, wear a pillow on the floor to sleep, flat out, and that was it really for Friday. Moving to Saturday, obviously Saturday was England versus Sweden, of course, World Cup and everything. Me and my mate Mano subscriber to the channel here, of course, we took catch the bus, and then we met with Doggo again. Again, another subscriber who tends to troll on my videos now and again, and we met in the Mostoy car park. I think we did actually. Yeah, we did Mostoy car park. His mum was dropping him off. One funny thing I can remember that saw a bit in the moment in the car park was Doug was thinking about his mother, and he goes like "Goodbye, mother," or something like that in a very northern accent, and everyone's around. Like there was a lot of people around, like in the car park, very much like the top level car park where everyone's paying, and his mum said, "Oh, clear off," and was just hilarious. I think he saw embarrassed her. I think amongst all those people. It's just hilarious. I still think about those dates. It's hilarious. Afterwards, we went to a place went to Wetherspoons actually first. Me and Marno got was it like a big Empire State Burger or something like that. Another thing that was interesting was Marno ordered them all on the Wetherspoons app, which is sort of usual now. Rather than going to the bar, order table number and everything else, you just go and I think you just scan your debit card or something like that, or something like that. I never use it. I mean, I'd rather not. I would just rather just go to the bar and just pay, very much like you usually do now and again, like a normal man from the 20th century. Very much. I'm not in the 21st yet. I'm still adapting. I'm still trying to adapt to the 21st century first at all. And we did Empire State Burger. Me and Marlo did, and a nice couple of beers, lagers there. And Rory had a salad. Doggo had a salad. I meant Rory was his actual name. Doggo was his nickname. We always call him. He had a salad, interesting enough. And after that, we went down to Smokies, caught up with Will, and a few other guys. I think a few people actually they knew as well. I can't remember them. One of them bought me a drink. Actually, it was quite nice of them. Even though I can't remember really. They were nice guys. They were. And then there was another girl called Sam who actually I think Doggo and Will actually knew. I think named Manuel. First time I met her actually. She was nice. I think after then we saw around in Smoky. It was a nice day, Sam. While doing the breaks, half-time breaks, we were outside in the alleyways having a nice little drink, just relaxing in the sun for a bit. Came back and we sat down. Some people were shouting, "Come on, England," and all that sort of stuff, And England did one, a very good decent score. Everyone was cheering. 3 Lions was playing all over the place. It was very good. It was, and that was the moment when Doggo got his polo shirt ripped up. I mean, the shirt he was wearing was like I don't know what it was like. It wasn't like a normal particular polo shirt, like made of like particular, was it polyester or something, cotton polyester they're made of. It was something made of like I don't know, like a rubbery type material it was, and people were starting ripping it apart or something like that. And in the end, Doggo had to just rip it up. It was on camera, it was, on like a Snapchat story, but I don't have the footage at all. Especially, I mean, all the other stuff, especially like with the Polisfell stuff, there was some footage as well that was recorded on Snapchat. And again, with England vs Sweden, of course, the Smokies, there was as well. And that was a really good moment, that was. Just hilarious. Doggo had to go to the Mountain Warehouse to get a bone-up shirt, just to... I think... As we were waiting, I think I was waiting for him, actually. I think he was talking to the clerk, actually, and obviously, because he had his ripped shirt on him still. I think he didn't go change. I think probably they need an explanation why, or something like that. But it was really great. Afterwards, we went back to Wetherspoons. That was actually the time I was starting to get into gin and tonics, actually. Had a nice bit of Gordon's gin and, Smirnoff Sonic. I haven't looked back. I still drink. Mind you, that's how the normal is. Just drink gin and tonics now and again. It's pretty nice. That was. I had a single actually, but not a double. Maybe go for a double next time. I don't know. And I go to Sam, of course. Seems a nice girl. I don't really know that too well. There was Ben, old friend of his. I actually knew as well. I knew Ben, and it was good. Afterwards, I think Will went off. He did. And it was just me, Marno, Doggo, and Sam. actually. And we went to McDonald's. We did. I think Sam and Mano disordered it really. You know, or the imagine I've been to McDonald's for a long time. Last time I went was like during my previous job actually. One of my previous job, I used to get breakfast from there sometimes. Now again, I used to get the bus or the train to work, and like it was quite early in the morning. I used to go there and have like my muffins and stuff there. You know, sit at the table, you know, like away from them at the pouring rain and everything like that. You know, or somebody's got a cup of coffee now and again. You know, before starting work. Good times. Sort of okay times they were. And it was quite different as well. I do have to admit, it was changed. But that was the last time I've been in, actually. So, and afterwards, Mano went with Sam, of course, and me and Doggo went back. We actually walked back to the village. We did. It was a lovely day. It was quite nice. And we were discussing stuff. We were a lot of stuff. And pretty nice it was, indeed. And then we moved to Sunday, the last sort of part in the trilogy, which is Will's 21st birthday. So he was 21. He was. Funny thing there was two events going on at the same time. One we just went to. I think the first one was his youngest nephew's christening, of course. Afterwards, they celebrated in the Cricket Club. Now, interesting enough, I live in a village. I actually live across from that cricket club anyway, just across the railway, very much. Some people might know where it is. A lot of people don't know where it is, but I do live across the cricket club. It's only like a 5-minute walk from here, from my house, very much. And we were there. I got him a gift actually, which is his birthday. I got him like a big bowl of like strawberries cream Baileys, which was quite nice actually. It's nice stuff that is. I do have to admit. It's just like an alcoholic strawberry milkshake very much, but it's quite nice. I got him that. Quite a lot of people are family members in there as well, which is nice. You know, parents are there. I mean, Douglas' parents are there as well. His dad was there for a bit, and afterwards he went next door to watch the F1 racing. Good for him. Good for him. Now this is where things it sort of gets a bit weird and a bit unsure with the sort of information going on. Obviously, because I think at that time I got blackout drunk, which is been a while since I've done it. By the time I didn't really eat any of the buffet or anything like that. There was a big, huge buffet, but I didn't eat. I drank a lot of lagers. I did. That's the thing. You know, many just Fosters really. I've been drinking, and obviously, yeah. Now, there was some words saying like, you know, I think Douglas' mother actually mentioned like he might have been nervous against all of the people, like everyone else. You know, there was quite a lot of family there. However, I think to explain that, it wasn't the case, because I knew some of his family. I didn't know his brother's partner. I've known her for a couple of years. I did, and I do know his family, of course. Some of them do, but the main reason is actually because his ex was there. EC, I'll call it EC. She was there. One of the main reasons why, because it's like nerves. Only with her presence there gave me nerves, and that's why I drank too much. I'm explaining this for the first time, and that was the main reason why I just drank heavy. I did. It's because she was there. Mainly because there was I think a couple of years ago, maybe about nearly 2 years, 2 years prior to meeting her again, there was a little bit of clash between me and her on Twitter, I think, or something like that. There was something going on with Twitter actually, and that sort of made a little bit of a firestorm. That did a little bit, and I think maybe encountering her again might cause a bit of clashing or a bit of horrible, uneasy tension, very much. However, it wasn't really much a case, but I did feel very nervous about it. Of course, I did buy her a drink actually, but I was very at my depth with that, and you know, I understand her sort of history with few people very much, but I think for me, well, to be honest, I can't really say. she did make me feel a bit uncomfortable being there. I do have to admit. I mean, I was there for a friend. I've known Will for many years, and many years, of course, and they've been on and off for quite a bit. It's like it's gonna be on again. It's good. There's a weird sort of back and forth thing going on between them two, but I actually did feel a bit sort of uneasy about it. I did, went down again, sat back, relaxed for a bit, of course, in the sun, trying not to burn, sit back, but I had to go crawling back to the bar and having a pint or something like that, and have a drink. I mean, that was the thing. And in the end, they did carry me home. This is not the first time they've done it, so maybe the third time, maybe the third time that's happened. I did apologise to Will, about, dragging me back home, and it's okay. We did all reconvene afterwards, after the party, I think before he was leaving for New Zealand for the gap year, which at the moment, which for now, as this video goes out, he's apparently coming back in late February, he is. Rather than coming back in midsummer, he's going back like before spring, like early, maybe late winter, early spring. Interesting. Good to see you, Will. Well, have a good time then, I think. But we did all reconvene. EC was okay. That was quite good at the time. We got trying everything about music and stuff, and also, embarrassing enough, me in blackface. Shocking as that says, that actually did happen years ago. Only once years ago. Dressed as an Indian for a costume party, my mum sort of painted me up, probably brown, covering in brown paper, just to represent the American. Even though, looking at the picture now, I actually still have it on the photo of on the living room. I'm still looking at that now. It's a biggest regret. It's a biggest regret in my life, really much. For anyone who's watching who's multiracial, I'm not racist or anything like that. I'm not at all. It was just a little. It was just basically a little accent misunderstanding, costume misunderstanding. That's all it is. And I did say I saw mention this, and she got taken aback actually. Sort of giggled and got taken aback as well at the same time. I said, that's still great. It's only a one-off that was, and no one ever recognised me. They thought I was a different person entirely. Aye. After that was it, and really, Will went to New Zealand. Mind you, there was some stuff going on while he was in New Zealand that she admitted to be sleeping with a few other people. I mean, that was a thing, and there was some other stuff mentioned on the 27th, just before New Year's, after Christmas, before New Year's. Something about her being depressed and everything like that. I don't know actually. I don't really know the ins and outs with EC at all, so I'm not too entirely sure. I think I did suggest, she might need just a bad man. Although I had a weird thought actually. I thought, will that work as a couple? Just to tie them together. I doubt that'll work. I've seen that done with a few couples and that hasn't worked. Well, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I just don't really know. But I might probably explain it. If Douglas sort of types it up, comments to say what was the plan, I probably mention over social media or Snapchat or something like that. It might come as a shock, but it may work. I don't know. I'm not a matchmaker or anything like that. I mean, it's just a weird Lucas idea. And that's it. I have nothing else to say, but that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. I've been talking about a trilogy of events which happened during the summer of 2018. Happened in July, over 3 days, Friday to Sunday. Bit of a boring video, but it's just me explaining these events very much. Lots of good memories. It was a great summer, which is perfect, I do have to admit. I don't know what this year's summer's going to bring. It'll be something different, I do have to admit. I hope so. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you for the next video, and goodbye.